Dixon Springs State Park in Dixon, Illinois. And we are camping. And it's cold.
We took off on a road trip and we ran into somebody you guys know very well.
Oh my word, in southern Missouri, we found at Cape Girardeau these
Tom
guys.
and Susan. So they're gonna travel with us a couple days in their road trek, and we're gonna follow in our runaway. I don't know what we've got going on today, but it's gonna be
Tom
fun.
has a plan, so you know it's gonna be good.
Hey, follow along with us. Last night we rolled in here to Dixon Springs. It was pitch black. I think we got in here at like 9 o'clock last night, so not much to show you on the campground here because we just rolled in here and plugged in the runaway and went to bed. But anyway, maybe someday we'll go back here. We've got some more exploring to do today, but nice little park, and it served us well last night.
In the side door.
Yeah, I heard that.
What was the deal?
Oh, it's a long story.
Okay.
It's a bad,
All right.
She's a really bad influence.
You hear what he said? You're a bad influence.
All right, turn around. Here
Now
we
you
go.
know what Ed lives with.
It's like welcome to my world.
Hey, when you're with the Gerths, what else do you do but explore things you've never done before? Garden of the Gods, but in Illinois?
In
Really?
Where were we at? The Shawnee National Forest?
Shawnee National Forest, Southern Illinois. Yeah, this is flyover country or drive-through country, I guess. And I've been actually wanting to come to this place for probably 20 years and just never got off the highway. So you guys gave us an excuse
So
to
he
come
drug us here.
So we're gonna get, the interesting thing is we just discovered that we are on the Ohio Scenic Byway, and you know, you've seen us do that over in Indiana, and so we're
And it's here.
It's in Southern Illinois too, so we're excited about that. Let's get walking up this trail and look at these sandstone
Because
formations.
it's cold.
It is cold.
we gotta keep moving to stay warm.
Jackson's even wearing his coat.
Yes, show Jackson's coat. Look.
There he is.
He says I'm embarrassed.
All right, let's get moving.
All right, come on, Herc.
Wow, we've hiked up the hill here. This is amazing. The view is unreal. So they got these big boulders here, and the view is awesome. We were just remarking that, you know, it's cold and everything, but if this was summertime, we probably wouldn't be able to see as far, but it's really cool. We're having a good time here. Being very careful that we don't fall here. I'm gonna transfer over this rock. So tell me a little bit about this place, Tom.
Garden of the Gods. What I read is that this was all covered with the ocean years ago, and as the ocean receded, all the sand put pressure in, and I can't remember how many miles deep it is, but at some point there was an earthquake and all of this came up, and that's why we see all these boulders around here. It's not something you would really expect to see in Illinois.
Right. So, man, you can just see for miles here. We're having a good time. We're going to keep moving, though, because if you stand still very long, you get cold.
It is cold.
Okay, look right over here. It's called the camel. Can you see it? There's the head and a hump, and then his other hump. Can you tell?
Even up here on these rocks out in the wilderness, you can always tell there's telltale signs of the North American knucklehead. You can always tell because they leave their marks here with graffiti. So it's frustrating that species is still in existence, but you know, we have to deal with it. So a minute ago, Nancy was talking about the camel, and so we've walked around and we are actually standing on top of the camel, and you can see down there, there's the formation. It looks like its head and everything. So man, it's just amazing. We just had no idea you could find something like this in southern Illinois, but we're having a good time walking on these rocks. But take a look at the camel's back. I'm standing right on it. We're not quite sure if this is going to catch it in the camera here, but they have these things they call bizarre bands that are in the rock, and it's really fun looking at it. But I don't know if you see it or not. I'm going to try to get a close-up, and you can look at the swirls and the formations. Pretty cool.
You know, a few weeks ago I found out that the mask was good to keep your face warm. Today I know another thing. You can blow your nose on it when you forget your Kleenex in the car. I'm loving it. Here, Ed, here's your mask back.
I don't want that mask
don't
back.
mind the stiffiness.
I don't want that. I don't want that mask back.
Hey, so we're gonna show Tom how to get into a van the proper way, okay? Dog goes, dog goes, dog goes.
How was that, Nancy?
I know, right?
He don't want to go back in that van.
Come on. Herky goes in, Mama goes in.
Okay.
Change your shoes. Take my shoes off right here, Tom.
I see that. Yeah.
On the rug.
Nice.
Now Ed comes in.
Now.
You know, you never know what you're going to run into when you're down in the Shawnee National Forest.
We had no idea Bigfoot lived down here, but we just went into that little store over there and they told us that he does indeed live here, and here he is.
So apparently there is a lot of Bigfoot stuff around here. Apparently the lady was telling us that there's been some television shows down here and Bigfoot hunters or whatever. So I guess he's Bigfoot in this section of the country. Some areas he's Sasquatch.
And they created a whole t-shirt industry.
That's right.
And it looks like Bigfoot went across the street.
It does. So anyway, we just had to run over here. Enough of this nonsense. Let's get back on the road. Found something really cool here in the Shawnee National Forest. In 1837, they built this iron furnace here. All the hardwoods were around here, so they were able to get a lot of wood to fire this thing. So in 1837, they built this furnace, and what's interesting is that they had to actually close it during the Civil War. So you would think that, you know, there was a big demand for iron in the Civil War, but they actually had to close it because they didn't have enough men in the area to operate it. So back in the day, it took about 40 men to man this furnace here to cut the wood and you know, mine the iron and everything. So hey, this is a pretty cool stop. Me and Herky and Tom and Susan are going to take a look at this. Nancy decided she'd stay in the van because it's too cold. So anyway, let's go up here and look at this.
apparently there were big water wheels on that creek down there that actually powered the bellows that blew oxygen into the furnace to keep it stoked up. So that pretty neat little fact there.
So the site's not very big. It didn't take us long to look at it, but you know, it's called the Iron Furnace, Illinois Iron Furnace in Shawnee National Forest. We had a good time looking at that. So now we're gonna hit the road again and move on down the road. I have no idea what we're gonna find next, but let's see what lies ahead. Hey, we're still in southern Illinois, traveling the Ohio Scenic Byway. Came across Cave in Rock State Park. So Tom and I are getting ready to hike up here to this cave. They say you can go inside. I don't know, we're gonna take a look and see what we find here. Let's get hiking. Okay, this is pretty cool. We're not quite sure we're gonna be able to see the cave itself because the river's kind of high. We're gonna find out in a minute. So we're hiking down here. This thing is right on the Ohio River. So you know me, if you've watched the channel, I really like anything to do with the river. So they got a nice pathway down here. We're gonna walk down here and see. Hopefully the river's up not too high and we'll be able to look at it. Down here, the river's down enough we're able to walk the path and take a look at these rock formations. They're really cool. And we're right here at the bank. As luck would have it, I got all the way down here and the battery ran out of my camera, so I borrowed Tom's phone. And so sorry for it being a little shaky here, but yeah, this is the cave that goes back here from the river. So they say part of this was formed when the New Madrid earthquake, when the New Madrid fault shook this area. So anyway, it's a really cool cave. You can see it goes back in here quite a ways. So I hope you enjoy this. This is pretty cool. Thank you. That's awesome. Hey, look here. We are still on the Ohio Scenic Byway and we're at Illinois Route 1 in Cave in Rock. We're going to get on the Cave in Rock ferry and we're going to go across the river into Kentucky.
The name of this town is Cave in Rock?
Cave in Rock, yeah.
Huh. That's the cave you just went in.
That's right.
Well, okay then. Hi.
Alrighty, so Tom and Susan are in front of us and the ferry's just pulling up, so yeah, let's get on the ferry and go across into Kentucky.
Okay, this is not our first ferry ride with little dude, but it is our first ferry ride with Jack. Pulling little dude. So let's see how this goes, and we are pretty much packed on here.
Got a little bit of a delay here. They're waiting on a barge to come by. And so we got to sit here a minute. And Herky, he's kind of running out of patience a little bit. But we think Herky, he's ready to get across. So anyway, we're waiting on this barge to come by. And so we're just going to sit here for a little while. But you know, this Ohio Scenic Byway is really a lot of fun. It's really good. We've caught it over in Indiana, and you know, done that section. This week we're doing the Illinois section, so it's pretty cool. I think there is the holdup right there. We're waiting on the barge to come by, but so this is the delay for the ferry. We're sitting here waiting, but big old load of coal going down the river.
Okay, that's gonna do it for today. Long day, but fun day, right?
Man, we had a good time today.
Yeah.
Traveling with Tom and Susan. They're over there setting up right now, and we're going to continue on the Ohio Scenic Byway here tomorrow. So stay tuned for more.
We're gonna walk Herky right now.
Bye. Thanks for watching.